Welcome back to the Short Boys podcast with Matt and Brock. I'm Matt, joined here with Brock. Talk all things footy, talk all things Short Boys. New video releasing every Wednesday at 6 a.m. Get around it. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever you listen to on, and social, Short Boys podcast. Brock.
Wow, Matthew, a lot of things have happened since we've been on this.
A lot of things have happened. And if you're watching, you would notice that I am actually wearing a Dolphins 2025 heritage jersey.
Yes, mate, you're all over it.
I don't love it. If you were listening last week or if this is your first week listening, Brock and I had a bet. I'm a beloved Eels supporter.
Die hard, would you say?
Die hard Eels supporter. I would say I would put my life on the line for the blue and gold. I would.
Okay.
I would do things.
What about your kid's life? I know you don't have
I don't
one.
have kids, so I can't comment. Can't
comment on that
because I don't know that
yet.
feeling. But I would put my life on the line for the blue and gold and for the boys. And we lost to Brock's team in the Dolphins, and the bet was the loser has to wear the opposition's jersey. So Brock has gifted me his red Dolphins jersey today, which I have to wear on the podcast, which hurts me.
Well, you're wearing it very proudly.
It actually hurts me a lot more than I think.
Really?
Yeah, it does. It doesn't feel right. I do like the Dolphins, but this is probably my first time ever wearing an NRL jersey that's not Parramatta in my 21 and three-quarter year of existence. I've never worn another NRL jersey apart from
feel
Parramatta.
like you're a dirty dog cheating on your team?
It just doesn't feel right. Yeah, it just doesn't feel right.
Looking at other girls, maybe with your when you're on a dinner date with your missus, maybe?
Bit. Like, it just, I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Maybe because it's probably a size or two too small.
Mate, it looks fitting size for game day.
It is game day fit. It's not a go down to the pub fit. It's I'm ready to take heads off.
Maybe you give the camera a good little flex of your arms because they're looking pretty tight.
We'll
small,
stretching it out. But it does hurt me. I do want to let that know. I still love the Eels, but I think it's a good little bet. I want to see you in an Eels jersey one day because I couldn't imagine that.
The Eels are actually the Dolphins are undefeated in the Short Boys Cup.
They
2 years in a row now.
1-0. Well, when did we start the Short Boys Cup? Are we starting fresh this year? Or do we want to go back? Yeah, so we did it last year, but the year before the Eels won. So
we didn't have the podcast then, but
didn't have the podcast. So do we start at scratch this year?
We can start this year,
because it was 1-1 drawed out. They cancelled each other out the first meeting. So now you're up 1-0.
Yep.
Short Boys Cup.
Yep.
1-0. And the bets probably might get progressively worse.
That's what I was thinking on the way here, actually, mate. I was thinking maybe each year we top it.
Yeah, we could. I reckon. This year's jersey year. I don't think we versed each other again this year, though.
No, I don't think. Even last year we only versed each other once.
Yeah, they mustn't match us up because they know this is going to happen.
Well, actually, and I was going to bring this up later on, but this is the perfect time, mate. I think today when you're listening to this, Wednesday, the teams for Vegas are getting announced.
Yes, and it's not Eels or Dolphins, which means the following year's Eels or Dolphins.
So Short Boys Cup could be in Vegas.
Oi, jinx. That would be pretty hectic. That would be pretty hectic.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk footy in a sec.
We may lose houses over that.
We'll talk catch-ups. Let me just recognise that I'm pairing this red Dolphins jersey with this. Is this red or maroon we'd call it? Probably maroon.
I think I'm going to call it red.
Reddy, maroon.
Yeah.
Naturally cooked sunscreen hat.
Shout out to you. Get around the boys.
Get around the boys. You
doing
can
good
get
stuff.
It's top tier sunscreen.
Actually, it really is. And it smells good too. You can use it as like moisturiser.
Smells good, moisturiser, great sunscreen. Use code SHORTBOYS for 10% off, I believe.
Yeah.
And if you get 2 bottles, you get free postage. So support the boys, local boys, getting around skin cancer checks and whatnot. So it's
doing
good stuff.
Things.
Doing great things. How are you going?
Splendid, mate.
Yeah? Weekend recap, what's been going on in the world of Brock?
Mate, you know me, the last couple of weeks, the listeners know me as well. I've had a pretty big month on the piss.
Yeah.
So this weekend was pretty low key.
Okay,
but
nice.
Got out Sunday, local footy. Watched Georgie Burgess run around
Did you
at
actually?
Woodford. Yeah.
How'd he look?
Looked like
big?
He looked like the England Thor.
Yeah, he was a big boy.
Yeah.
Did he go right? Did he still have it in him?
Look, he only played a couple of minutes.
Did he actually?
Yeah.
Injured or just fitness?
Just, I think, because he's done everything in the game, he doesn't really give a fuck no more.
Yeah, okay.
Rightly so, too.
Yeah, well, fair enough, mate. He's won a comp. He had a great grand final try in 2014, I believe it was.
There was a couple of ex-NRL players getting around.
Robert Jennings.
Cameron Cullen. He's a proper short boy.
Cameron Cullen. Was he play for Manly?
He's a proper short boy.
Yeah, right. Cameron Cull. Well, who's he playing for? Noosa.
Nah, Stanley.
True.
Money talks.
Okay, money talks. Money talks. Yeah, right. Interesting. That was good. Who won?
Stanley. It was actually a pretty close game.
Okay. Interesting.
It was like 10-6 to like the last 10 minutes, and I think Stanley scored.
Yeah, right.
So it was not bad for like a great. Matthew, you got new golf clubs. You want to talk about them?
I did get new golf clubs. I went out and I splurged a bit and I spent more than a week's wage on new golf clubs.
Yes.
And I got the Sim 2 Max, which I haven't used yet because the weather was bad on the weekend. And I was going to go out and play golf. And I thought to myself, it's raining, it's windy, the ground's going to be muddy and wet. Do I really want to ruin my first experience with these clubs in a shocking game that's wet, rainy, muddy? Do I want to put them through that?
Look, if you put them through it, they're going to tell you how good they are.
I know, but you know when you just have everything's against you at golf and you have a bad day and you just off it? I didn't want to experience it. I want to have a happy memory with the first time I use them. Like I want to have a nice score. I want to shoot well.
And you didn't want the temptation to throw them. Exactly. Definitely not, because they're brand new.
I didn't want them to get muddy either. Because as Brock and I were looking in the green room, which was my garage today, you could take a selfie in them and it would look like a mirror.
Well,
quite ridiculous.
Yes. I actually came in here and Matt was actually checking himself out. In them, yes. As I arrived at the studio.
They are great. I'm very excited to use them. I don't know how much they're going to help my golf game, but I'm excited to use them.
I think, what is your handicap?
Don't have one. Need to get a membership first, which I will be doing soon.
Where at?
Cabo, probably.
Hey.
I would say.
Not Woodford?
Too far.
Okay.
Too far.
You're close to me, but.
Yeah, true. But Cabo. Anything else? Anything else in the world of Brock?
Not too much. Just I watched a bit of rugby league over the weekend because there wasn't much.
That's good. And that's probably the best way to lead into it. Was that the greatest round of all time?
Oh, most exciting. That is for sure.
Do you think so? Because that was honest. And even though the Storm game was a blowout, like that was still a cool game to watch. Yeah, because Pappy dominated. You had the matchups with like Utoy Manu up against his old team.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Justin Olam was in the stands.
Justin Olam was in the stands. Juzzy Olam getting around the boys. So it was still a good game to watch, even though it was 64-0.
Did Pappy scored more than any team this round?
No, he scored the most points in a game in the NRL era, which is since '98.
But I think he scored the most points out of any team last round.
Let me have a look.
I don't think any team got to 36 points.
That would be ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure.
Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, Game 4. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Ryan Pappen, I didn't even know. That's a great stat. Ryan Pappen hasn't scored more points in that one game against the West Tigers than any other National Rugby League team scored in round 10.
He scored more points than LeBron James has all year.
36.
Yeah.
Really? What do you mean?
I'm just guessing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he scored more than 36.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, the Sharks got 30, so Pappenhausen would have beaten the Sharks 36-30. He would have beaten the Panthers and the Cowboys. He would have beaten the Dragons, would have beaten the Warriors, would have beaten the Bulldogs, would have beaten the Broncos. He would have beaten every single team this week, Pappenhausen by himself. If he was out there by himself, he would have won. Basically, that's what we're getting at.
Isn't that nuts?
That is quite
36 points, dude.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Fucking much just.
The Knights even scored 36 points this year. That was a proper drive-by on the Knights, but I don't think they have.
No,
they haven't.
30.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Ryan Pappenhausen has scored more points
than the Knights have been able to do in one whole game of football this year. That is quite ridiculous.
You got to pat yourself on the back for that.
100%. There would be a couple other teams. I don't even think the Eels have scored 36, bro.
Really?
Oh, no, we did against the Tigers. Everyone does against the Tigers.
I
don't know.
Oh, it might be going a bit too deep here.
We are getting deep, but
yeah.
Titans.
Have they? No?
No.
Fuck. Don't look at Dolphins.
I wish there was a quick way to do this.
Yeah.
Honestly, I should have done a little bit of research before.
Put a bit on Storm, remember?
Should have done a bit of research. You guys got 42, yeah.
Yeah, we know how to play rugby league.
Okay, so we know for sure that Ryan Pappenhausen this weekend has outscored the Dolphins and the Titans in...
No.
Not outscored them. He has scored more points than...
The Knights, not the Dolphins.
And the Titans, I said, sorry. The Titans.
Yes.
Knights and Titans.
Yes.
They haven't scored 36 points this year. Ryan Pappenhausen's done it in one game by himself.
That is nuts.
That's quite ridiculous.
And like I said before, LeBron James, how much did he average this year?
What an omen. Breaking up with your missus and going out and scoring
he did
4.
too. Freshly single.
Yeah.
Kid can play.
I was on him for first try scorer.
Hey.
I was on him for first try scorer. I wish I got on him for a Hattie.
His Hinge account right now in his bio would be like, hey, I scored 36 points in a
That
single
would probably
match.
be the first prompt on Hinge. I would say would be, how many points have you scored in a game of rugby league? And all of them would say nothing. And he's, well, I've scored 36.
It's one of the question things.
It's a pretty good, stat to, throw on the dinner table.
Oh, he's getting swiped.
I've scored 36 games. I've scored 36 games in a game of rugby league before. I don't think he'd need to pull that out, to be honest.
I don't think
he wouldn't need to play that card.
I wonder if there was an AFL team that didn't get to 36 points this week. Anyway.
I don't know. It's good stuff. Who was your team of... Actually, the round was ridiculous. Let's just say that.
LeBron James quickly just only averaged 24.5 points this year.
Exactly.
And
Happy's done well.
Wow.
I'm going to say one thing. What I noticed this week in a close game of matchups was just who... It was more field goals, to be honest. In the Dragons Warriors...
Was there many?
In the Dragons Warriors, the Rabbitohs Broncos, and then...
Can we talk about that?
Cowboys Panthers, sorry. So those 3 games. What I noticed was there's teams that know how to set up and know how to kick a field goal, and there's teams that you're looking at them going, what do you do at training? Do you ever practice a field goal setup?
Yep.
Did you see, I'm sorry to pick on the Cowboys here, but Jake Clifford missed a stand 3 meters next to the ruck to try and kick a field goal.
Well, let's not knock a man while he's down, eh?
Where he's down.
Yes.
And dropped.
But,
I
didn't
that made me so angry,
that game I turned off because I didn't think Cowboys had it to come back.
Neither did I. They've surprised me this year, the
And
Cowboys.
then I look at the hype match highlights and holy fuck, what a shit show for field goals.
I know,
Even
terrible.
the Panthers did.
Yeah, I know. But Cleary had that one that he could have done. I don't remember what happened there.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah. But
Not familiar.
like the Jake Clifford one annoyed me so much. He was standing like 3 meters away from the rock. And I'm like, what are you doing? Get
No room.
30 meters back, bro.
Then
Then
you
the
got-
Dragons threw one down the drain. Did you see that?
No.
They were going up the field for a field goal, and Kyle Flanagan decides to take on a short side, and they go out.
Out.
Yeah. and knock it on. I'm like, what are you
Jesus.
doing?
Oh, Met King, buddy. Fucking.
Metkin can kick it. Who was your team of the week?
Ooh, team of the week. Probably Storm up to 64 points.
Have to go to
Can
the
I-
Storm.
can I-
I'll throw one in after.
Can I go Ryan Pappenhausen?
Yeah, team of the week, Ryan Pappenhausen.
Yeah.
That's good. Mine is the Bunnies. I was actually
Yes.
when I was watching that game and I saw them
was a comeback too.
$3.20. I was sitting there and I said to Dad, I was like, reckon the Bunnies are a chance. It just reeks of Wayne Bennett. It's a wet, muddy game. The Broncos coming off a loss. They haven't looked that good this year. Reeks of Wayne Bennett magic being sprinkled here.
Yeah.
And
it
Latrell.
delivered.
Do you think Latrell, that was
Fucking
Latrell's
hell, dude.
greatest well-rounded game that he's ever played?
I don't know about definitely highlight reels.
I don't know, just...
Look, I think he would have played a better game than that before.
I think he's played a better game at peaks, but I think in well-roundedness, in terms of defense, in terms of effort,
Yes.
in terms of tries, I think that was try assist, touching the footy. I think that was his most well-rounded game he's nearly ever played.
He definitely had 2 try savers, wasn't it?
Two
That one
try
at Mariner
savers.
was fucking off its head.
Payne Haas too.
Oh, yeah.
Payne Haas and Mariner. So he had a try saver on Payne Haas, try saver on Mariner.
Mariner.
His first carry, you could just tell from the get-go. His first carry, you know when commentators say, oh, you don't know what Latrell you're going to get until
First
you
carry.
see his first carry.
Oh,
His
he's on one
first-
today. He's on one.
His first carry was up the guts, hard straight,
Yeah.
and his next 2 were the same. So he did that, and we haven't seen that much. Did a couple of cleanups in the end goal.
Couple of kicks too.
Field goal from 50 out.
Oh, that was off its head, dude.
A try, which was just, I wanted a bit more than you boys.
That was a bit sneaky.
That was sneaky,
And I had a fellow friend that was on him for anytime try scorer.
as you would be.
And he, the
As you would
payout
be.
was pretty good.
I think it's his most well-rounded game ever.
Yeah, it's
Do you
up
agree?
there.
It'd have to be up there.
Mate, after you saying that, you're making me agree more.
When
and
has he
more.
made 2 cover tackles and defended the in-goal area and then,
I can't remember.
I don't know. Can't remember.
And that's not a knock. I just can't.
Not a knock.
honestly- I honestly can't remember.
It's just, that's not what you know him
It's
for.
not me.
Now it is.
Yes.
It's fresh in our minds. Who was
Good
your...
play. Scary for Origin.
Yeah, it is a
I'm
bit.
crawling up in a little ball here, and I'm maybe shredding.
Most disappointing.
Dragons? Nah. I'm not gonna get Dragons. Fuck, I don't know, dude. Knights.
I'm just going to stick to the same game, bro. Broncos.
Oh yes.
They're not that good. I don't know what they're
know.
doing. I think I heard Den and Bloke in a bar and stuff saying like there's a way that they want to play and they do it and then they just don't do it. So they go from being really gritty, grinding out, and then they go, okay, let's do the footy around a bit. I don't know. They're not doing it for me.
Yeah, but maybe they should just. Are they playing gritty footy and that's not what they're meant to play?
I don't
Are they
know.
meant to be just playing fucking all out?
It's Madge's pick. That you know what I mean?
Mm.
It's Madge's pick. They're disappointing. There's a lot of disappointing teams this week. You know, the Knights 20-0 up.
Fuck.
That just
Titans,
scream
dude.
Newcastle.
Even see Desi Halves afterwards.
Yeah, he just couldn't believe it.
Didn't know
He
what
was just
happening.
in shock. He's like,
He's like, my job, it's still here. I'm staying.
I'm staying. Are you kidding me?
What the
Yeah,
fuck
that
just
was
happened
actually
then?
quite funny. That was good. What a round of football. What a
Unbelievable.
round of football.
We want more of that.
We love football. I've got a couple of stories too, Brock.
Big ones?
Yeah, this is pretty good. Obviously, we saw the get out clause activated from Luai, which I'm not really going to comment on. Dad just doing dad stuff.
Oh,
Crappy dad joke.
Luai would be thinking, bruz, I do not need that.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the last thing I need
Come
right
on,
now.
Dad, delete it. It's like when your dad doesn't know how to use social media or use an iPhone, they just start posting stuff or taking photos of things. They just don't know how to use an iPhone. They don't know how to use social media, and they just go out and just start playing with all the buttons. You know, just pressing things. And it seems like that's what Luai's dad.
He's probably meant to send it to you, just messages.
Probably
honestly.
meant to just send a text, and he ends up putting it on his story.
He's went to send a text and he's seen the cool background you can put on it. So he's put a cool background on it, thinking this is cool.
Oh yeah,
But gone on his story.
accidentally clicked the story
He may
button.
not even. He's probably set up Instagram connected with his Facebook, so he probably doesn't even know he's got Instagram.
Yeah, probably.
You know, he can do that?
Yeah, 100%. He's meant to send it in Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
Bloody boomers, eh? They just can't get around the technology. Technology
the old
mishap.
fellas these days.
Oh, so good. This little bit of, I don't know if this is breaking or not, but Joey Manu's rugby union team over in France has announced a special thanks, best of luck for your future to Joey Manu.
Holy shit!
I don't
dude.
know. Is that
This
breaking-
is massive.
Is that breaking news on the Short Boys podcast?
I think this is breaking news on the Short Boys podcast.
Yeah, it says here Joseph Manu, and then it says special thanks. It's got a photo of him. It says best of luck for your future.
Massive.
Let me actually go on the Instagram account.
And the old Roosters have moved on a couple of their key players.
Yeah. Here we go.
Wow.
Yeah. Official Instagram of the Toyota Flips, and it's the end of their 2020 end of their 2024 season, so they're saying goodbye. This was 2 days ago, and it just says season leaving player announcement. Thank you to all the fans in Japan. So I thought it was France. It's Japan. So yeah, he's
Haven't they folded? But am I being wrong in thinking that?
don't think so. It doesn't look like it. Looks like they're still going. So Joey Manu on the move, apparently.
Where's he going?
That was
up the waz.
Yeah. Up the waz.
waz.
Hoo-ha, up the waz. Yeah, I don't know. There's not many other teams that scream out at me.
Well, Roosters moving on the two players.
Chooks, maybe.
I don't want to see him the Chooks. I want to see him up the waz.
Yeah, I want to see him at the Waz too. I think
Fuck, dude.
that I don't know he's from New Zealand, so that could be appealing for him. Just go home.
Oh, dude, the fucking Warriors, they're hot at the moment. They're very toey.
I don't know who else there would be.
Melbourne Storm.
I know the Dragons were always keen on him. I don't think they'd have any money, but
Nah, well, they want experienced forwards, mate.
yeah, they do. Like Emre Gula.
Enough of that.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of breaking. Couple other things I had.
Massive, dude.
Brandon Smith on the move
Yes.
early, which is good for the Bunnies. And I heard that Cameron Murray allegedly may be back at the end of the season.
Fuck, dude.
So if they just sneak around that 8 and then Murray and Cheese come in,
When's Cheese coming back? Do you know?
it's like 6 or 8 weeks.
Is that it?
It's not that far.
Wow.
Yeah.
After Origin. Peak
Yeah,
time
pretty
for
much
the push
after
for the
Origin. Pretty much after Origin. And Taylor May, apparently Wayne Bennett wants to take him under his
Oh,
wing.
really?
Heard that.
The Rabbits are getting in.
I had a mate that said, I don't hate the signing, but it's one step closer to signing Terrell, his brother, which isn't wrong.
Didn't he just sign to Tigers, but
3 years.
yeah.
Means he's off contract in 2 years. Terrell May, if Tylan May comes next year,
Is Wayne Bennett even there in 3 years, but I don't think he is.
if he's alive, he's there.
I think he's come back to Dolphins apparently.
Really?
Not to take over Wolfie. Wolfie's doing a great job, but just to be
So you want to
closer to me.
You want to
I've heard.
want your coach anymore. You just want to.
I want Big Bad Wolf. He's a
Big
great
Bad
coach.
Wolf. Big
I
Bad
think Wayne just wants to be closer to me. I've heard.
I have heard that
grapevine.
too. He wants
Yeah.
to jump on. He wants to sit right here.
Well, actually, yeah,
He does.
we know that for a fact. Actually,
He does. Let's have a little look at the teams for the week, Brock. We've got a lovely round of rugby league football. Round 11 of rugby league, which is outstanding. First game of the week, Knights and the Eels. Dane Gagai, 300th game. Greg Marju is out, so Fletcher Hunt is debuting in there. Eels, Zach Lomax is in. Simonson's out for 8 weeks, so Lomax comes onto his wing spot. Matt Dury into the starting side. Charlie Geimer out.
oh, dude, are you worried?
If we can't beat these bunch of beaters from the Hunter, I am going to be so off it. Honestly, if the Eels lose this weekend, I'm just around that of we're probably going to get the spoon.
I'll bring up the jersey again next week, mate.
We have to beat the Knights. If we can't beat
to,
the Knights, I'm concerned.
You honestly have to. But I'm worried for you because
You just don't.
you don't know.
I know.
You don't know if Newcastle.
I know.
Either.
Newcastle fired up, and I feel like Newcastle versing a team like the Eels that's on the bottom of the ladder, they'll have their tails up a bit and go, "Oh, we can beat them." So they'll come out firing, going, "We're going to win this."
Oh, it's manifesting 101.
Just the Knights avoiding anything in the world. They're avoiding picking Jackson Hastings like the plague back in the 1600s or whatever it was.
Poor Jacko.
They're just like, no, not going near. It's like the cheese touch. They're not touching Jackson.
It is the cheese touch.
It's literally the cheese touch. No,
You've got the Jacko touch.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
Yeah. Oh, we're not picking you.
Get away from me.
We are not picking you. You know what I'm excited for, but
Tell me.
this is the first game of NRL club level football that Mitchell Moses and Zach Lomax will be lining up with.
Oh, is it?
It is. It took 11 rounds.
Couple of
It
crossfield
took 11 rounds for Mitch Moses and Zach Lomax to be named in the 17 together, ready to play. And they're both probably going to get picked for Origin next week. So we'll get one game. Then we probably won't get another 6. Then they'll be at the back of the year.
Yeah.
I'm keen. Momax.
Couple of crossfield bombs or what? There, lad.
Surely.
All right, there, lad.
Surely.
All right, cool.
Momax. Momax is on. Next game. Where are you going? Eels. Next game, Bulldogs and Roosters. This is the early game on... it's a late game on Saturday night. No, Thursday. Must be Origin. Women's Origin, I believe it is.
Any Friday games?
Yeah, Friday. This is late Friday. Friday, 6 p.m.
So this
was
is
the first
early
one.
Friday game.
Late Friday, 7:30.
Is there no early? Oh,
6 o'clock, Eels game.
Oh, so
Bulldogs.
no Thursday.
Yeah,
right,
no Thursday.
Like you just said.
They just went in circles so much they can't go away.
Because the Origin's only on Wednesdays.
Yes,
That's
Women's
what fucked
Origin
me.
Thursday. Yeah, got ya. Bulldogs, Jamin Salmon, the week gutter dog. Thank you, by the way, Jamin Salmon, for getting us 500,000 views on Instagram.
Love that.
And a lot of followers. That was very good from you. He's out. Roosters, Lindsay Collins, he's in. Hoping to prove a bit of fitness for the Queensland State of Origin game.
Yes.
Who you got?
I'm going to go Roosters.
I don't hate the Roosters off the buy. $3.11.
Ooh, juicy.
It is juicy.
That?
It is juicy.
That is unreal value.
I'm nearly going to tip the Roosters just as an upset.
Yep, same.
Coming off a bye, they haven't played since Anzac Day.
Haven't they? That's a big gap.
Maybe I'm missing one.
No, that'd be it, mate.
They didn't play last week. No, they haven't played since they beat the Dolphins. Magic round, sorry.
Okay,
so they've had a solid 2 week off.
That game was on Thursday anyway.
I'm sort of like what I'm seeing with the Roosters. As we said, less is more. And the Dogs are bound to lose once. But Stephen Crichton's the best centre in the game. Could go down as the best centre ever.
Now, his hands. I couldn't even do that with holding it with my forearm.
You know when you set up the little basketball hoop in the office or something and you dunk with the little ball? It's like Stephen Crichton is holding a normal sized rugby league ball like a little dunking ball. Like
for us, Shaw boys, definitely.
Ridiculous.
Crazy. What else? Must have a grip on him.
Yeah, he must. Next game, we've got Dolphins and the Warriors. Everyone's second favourite team. Dolphins 1-17 unchanged. Warriors, Fisher Harris is back. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck is on the reserves.
Ooh. I would have got the Finns upset, bruds. Warriors.
Up the was.
Warriors are due for a loss. Now, surely.
I actually nearly forgot that the Warriors have been playing such good footy and winning games so well without Fisher Harris and without Roger Tuivasa-Sheck.
So good stuff.
They go from a team that's good into a team that's even better with 2 hyphenated name players in Fisher Harris and Tuivasa-Sheck.
But the Dolphins, they have a kid called Isaiah Katoa that can play rugby league.
He is a freak.
He's my favourite player at the moment.
Yeah, he has to be. He has to be your favourite player. He has to be.
He's probably one of the only blokes I would love to get a beer with in the rugby league.
Yeah, I'd love to get him on.
Definitely one of the top ones.
Oh, Plathy's number one. We still need to have a beer with him. We haven't had a proper beer with him.
Plathy's up there, top 2, top 3. Probably Munster.
Yeah. I actually sort of underestimated how many hyphenated names we have in the Warriors. Nickel Cookster, Wateni Zalesniak, Channel Harris DeVita, Fisher Harris, and then you've got on the bench Graham Taufa, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Stowers Smith, and Iramia Tuivia.
And then
that is 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then you forgot Luke. The
5, 6, 7.
You've got the 7. Luke Metcalf.
Luke Metcalf, exactly. 7 blokes in the 23 that have got a hyphenated name. That's ridiculous.
Talk about the Warriors. How about their black and white jersey? They can't do anything wrong.
They can't. They are clutch with that stuff.
Mate, they're the swaggiest team in the NRL.
Have to be. 100%.
Who else do you reckon's up there?
Parramatta? Nah.
Broncos?
Nah, got to be them. Oh, Broncos are pretty vibey.
Warriors, I reckon, be top of it.
What Warriors would top it for sure.
Then
I think
you
the
probably go
Warriors.
Broncos.
Warriors, Bronx.
Fuck, who would be third, dude? Panthers, man?
Melbourne. Panthers have good kit.
Yeah, dude, top three, that.
They got good kit. Who you going?
Oh, Finns, dude.
Going Wars.
I had Suncorp, dude.
Yep.
You reckon?
Next game, Cows and the Seagulls. Jackson Purdue is in the 5/8 role with Jake Clifford dropped. Zach Layback comes into the centres.
Don't do that to me, mate.
Seagulls, sorry. Jake Trbojevic playing fairly same. Look how many words there are there, and it's like there's just little names dropped in, okay? Give me the big changes or nothing.
I love that.
Couple changes to the bench. There we go.
Jackson Purdue. I love that.
I love the Purdue.
Now,
He's
this-
an absolute animal, bro.
This may knock his chances for Origin, but
Yeah,
hey,
I don't
Tony
think he would have
Payton's-
made it this year. Like looking at how
Don't
stacked
reckon?
our back five is, I don't think he would have. I think it's nearly better for Origin.
Well, I think Tom Deere, and I love him at 7, dude. I've been saying it for a bit now.
Yeah, I think it's time he starts playing 7. I think so. I think it's time he starts playing 7.
That's good. I love that.
Yeah, so do I. He's been their best player all year, I think. I think Purdue and Dearden have been the Cowboys' best players all year. Just give him the footy. That's what I reckon. That's what they're doing. Just give him as much footy as possible.
I love that, but it's a great move.
I reckon the Cowboys win this and Manly continue to slump.
Same. What's Cows playing?
$1.63. That's not
It's
bad
at home
either.
too for Cows.
The Seagulls, Tom Trbojevic is. Oh, it does feel bad for that man.
I haven't watched many of their games this year.
They didn't look that good last week.
Didn't?
They look a bit clunky, to be honest. Turbo's not 100%.
What, Reggie's side or what?
Like, nah, I don't know. They nearly won against the Sharks. Like, they got it within a couple of points.
Yeah.
But 2 of them were just long-range tries off a drop ball or something like that. Like, they weren't building pressure and going up the guts.
They weren't throwing good shape.
Not throwing good shape, no.
Like RT in Zopatol.
Yeah. Give me the Cows.
You know, can hit. I just thought of it. Kurt Donahue, KD.
KD.
Do you watch it? How much hit? He was fucking hitting everyone.
Nah.
Watch him this week.
Okay, I will.
Fucking
Okay.
put some good hits on there.
Sharks in the Storm. Talakai is supposed to be coming back. Teague Wilton also a chance to return. Harry Grant is among the reserves, so could be back. I would think he would be if he's in the reserves.
Okay. What do you reckon? How many points Pappy this week?
I'm going money. I'm going Storm, $1.58. I think Pappy continues his fine form.
Over unders on 12.
He's getting more than 12. He's getting goals, I would think so.
Okay.
He's getting a try and he's getting 3 goals, which would be 12.
Converting one of
No,
his.
that'd be 10. So he's getting 4 goals.
Yeah.
I reckon he gets 12 on the dot.
Okay.
I reckon. Yeah, I'm going to go the Storm. I like the Storm. Sharks are good.
Yeah.
Sharks are good. They have always struggled to beat the top tier teams. I know that they beat Melbourne down in Melbourne last year,
Did
I believe it was, with Dan Atkinson at 7.
Oh, yeah. That was Origin time, wasn't it?
Not sure when it was, but I think with Harry Grant back, it's so scary for the Storm. I think the Storm back it up and do well here.
So Harry Grant's definitely back?
He's number 21, so I would think he'll play.
Yeah, I think so too. Week before Origin.
Storm?
Yeah.
Cool. Next game, Bronx and the
Oh.
Dragons. This is a little bit of a sleeper game. Ezra Mam's playing. He's back. He's in the 6 jersey. Dragons, Couchman's
Ezra
out.
Mam.
Jack DeBellon's starting.
Fuck, Dragons always upset Broncos, I feel.
I don't hate the Dragons in this game, to be completely honest.
I'm going Broncos, but look, I'm not confident.
I'm going the Dragons here.
Really?
I'm going to tip the Dragons. Yeah, I think that they've been so close. And did you see that stat? It's like if 1 point losses counted as wins, the Dragons would be 4th.
Really?
Yeah, because they've lost like 3 games by 1 point.
Fucking hell, get your field goals.
Yeah, literally.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Dragons. The Broncos aren't moving the needle for me too much. And I don't know. I understand they would have done a lot of preseason, but how many reps has Ezra had with the full string team?
Fuck, I don't know, but he carved up in Q Cup.
I know.
Kid could play.
I know.
Look, I'm going.
That was really
anytime.
stupid for me to say.
I'm doing it anytime try score.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it reeks of it,
For sure.
Reeks of it. Okay, I'm going to go the Saints. Next game, Raiders and the Titans, 4 p.m. on a Sunday. We have got Zach Hosking in the second row. Matty Nicholson is out. Titans, Kieran Foran is on the bench. He's returning.
Look, I think, are we both thinking the same thing here?
What?
Titans upset.
Nah.
I am.
I'm thinking Canberra. I think Canberra lose 2 in a row at home.
I'm feeling upset.
I'm going Raiders. You feeling upset?
I don't know what it is. I just feel like this
Wow.
game's an upset game.
That's huge.
Big.
That's huge.
It's pretty big.
That is big.
Fuck, could we?
That's
It's just
massive.
a feeling. I get feelings sometimes.
What's that? Titans won last week, so they're going to lose this week.
No, it's
they
not,
can't
it's
win
not
all the
that-
time.
I'd be more confident if they lost last week.
I'm really keen for the battle of Tapani and Fasil Malawi.
Yeah,
I'm
and,
very keen for that battle. And Big Red running around there too against
RCG.
Campbell Gillard. Young
Yeah,
bull,
that's gonna be a good forward pack.
old bull. Battle of the forwards. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Who you going?
Titans.
Cool. Next game, last game
Am
of the
I
week.
silly to think that?
A little bit.
Yeah, I think I am too.
Next game, Tigers and the Bunnies. We have got Staffatoa is on track and the Rabbitohs. Alex Johnson named to make his return. So hopefully he can string some games together and break the all-time try scoring record.
Yes.
That's going to be the greatest day ever.
I hope he's gonna get it.
How many is he off?
Fucking like 12 or something. I think.
I feel like his last...
no, it's in the 20s. It's like 26, 27 maybe.
So Alex Johnston scored
I think
196.
it's like 2 seasons.
196. I don't know.
I think it's 2.
I think it's 212.
Yeah, 211 or something.
Something weird, eh? Why is this taking me so long to find?
Look, let's just say 20.
Okay, so
I think it's 2 seasons.
212.
Yeah.
And Alex is 196. We need 16 tries, which he
Is
can
that
do
it?
for the rest of the year.
Ooh.
I feel like Alex Johnson's last 18 months has just been stop-start. 3 games, injury. 3 games, injury. Niggle, big injury. So he just needs to string another 30 games or so together, and he's going to lock that down.
Imagine the game that he's only 1 try away. How many people putting multis on him?
Well, do you remember when Buddy Franklin kicked that goal in the
Nah.
AFL and everyone stormed the field?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember that or no?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Like, do you reckon everyone will storm the field for Alex Johnson?
Nah, I don't think we're that backyard. AFL's pretty backyard league, isn't it?
Pretty bush league.
Yeah.
Storming the field at the
Yeah.
SCG. That's
We don't have
bush.
none of that.
That's bush.
Yeah.
Anything else today, Brooke? Who are you going?
Rabbitohs.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
What have I got?
How long have we been going for today?
I don't know. Oh, did you see the
32. How good's that?
Panthers spraying the water ball with?
I did. So dirty.
Oh,
the
so
Cowboys
off-
did it too.
that's what I
Apparently
mean.
the Cowboys...
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Like
Well,
your narrative changed?
Yeah, I was so off it, and then the Cowboys. I was like, oh fuck, well, this
Well,
is
the
nothing.
Cowboys got in trouble first, I believe.
Oh, did
and
they?
then the Panthers did it at the end because they were.
Oh,
sort of
they
paying
seen him.
Yeah,
Ah, fuck.
yeah. I was so off it, and it's so funny on the narrative change. Oh, Panthers, bunch of grubs.
Yeah,
like, why'd they
dude.
do that? And then you find out the Cowboys. Then you're like, oh,
Everyone went quiet. Eh?
Yeah, that's
and then
it.
literally no more headlines about it.
Yeah.
Fuck, crack up as
so funny, so
But
funny.
yeah, nah. Not much.
Mm.
Just another work week, mate.
Happens, eh?
Happens to the great of us.
Good 33 minutes today, Brock.
Well,
that was a fun one today, I think.
What are you up to on the office?
I haven't watched that many lately. What am I up to? Andy Bernard just got the Nard dog tattooed
Oh, on his ass.
on his bum.
Maybe we do that next year for the Short Boys Cup.
Get a tattoo.
Yeah,
Dolphins.
just a little one. No, we'll save that for Vegas.
Yeah, that'd be funny. That'd be
good.
funny. That'd be good.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas,
As
Matthew.
always. Like, subscribe, comment, get around the socials. Appreciate all the support.
Yes.
Love
Love you guys so much.
you guys. Be great out there. Anything else?
Congratulations, JDM, winning the UFC title on the weekend.
Congratulations.
Welterweight.
Congratulations.
Let's get it.
Well done. Thank you.
Let's get some.
See you later. Go the Dolphins.